everyone, welcome back. It's 2025, Convoy 37, and this time it is going to be a bit different. I've had my birthday over Christmas. I'm 25 years old now, so I actually want to do less interviews, but I've brought a load of friends here with me. Many of them I think you'll recognise from YouTube channels or people that help Ukraine, even people that have fought for Ukraine. And they are going to take over, do most of the interviews with the trucks and the units here today, and do a much better job than me because I've got tired and I'm a bit useless, and I've just got old, mate, and it happens. So
it's okay.
I know, Rick, it's tough. It's tough, mate. It's tough. So why doesn't everyone just quickly introduce themselves, and then we can get on with the show and you can meet the troops and see who we're helping out this time.
Right. Hi guys, my name is Roman. I'm from assault infantry from 3rd Assault Brigade, and right now I'm on recovery. But fortunately, with help with this organization, I have opportunity to help with fundraising for cars and other equipment for the soldiers who continue to fight. Yeah.
Cheers, mate.
Sure, me too.
We know you. Who are you?
I'm Rick the Ukrainian. I am here to hand over some of the trucks that we raised together with Roman during the Christmas time. Amazing donations, guys. Biggest ever campaign, 90,000 euros. Thank you for all the donations. And we have some awesome videos and handovers to share with you today. Thank you, everyone.
Rick. Thank you.
My name is Greg Terry from the Greg Terry Experience, also partnered with Professor Gertis Explains UA. Been working in Ukraine for 27 years, standing for freedom, fighting for truth, and so pumped up to be here and to partner with NAFO. We did a small fundraiser over Christmas for 30,000 bucks to get some drones, and we woke up 5 days later, it quintupled, and it was a $150,000 project, and we've already dropped over 100 fiber optic drones to the 54th, and we're so pumped up to partner. So thank you for all that you do to stand with Ukraine.
I'm going to struggle to be as enthusiastic as this man.
I know, that was a bit exciting.
I'm pumped, dude. We're making a difference. Come on.
I'm pumped too, just in a slightly British way. My name is Jonathan Pearce from ATP Geopolitics, and I have a YouTube channel, and we have fundraised for NAFO as well, and I'm absolutely proud to be part of this crew who will be interviewing these units and introducing these vehicles and what they can do, and just singing the praises of NAFO and how they are hopefully making a massive change to the units that are fighting for freedom and democracy on behalf of Ukraine, but also on behalf of us.
Well, thank you all for joining me. Good luck. You're all going to do an amazing job. And as with all of these videos, you can vote for your favourite unit and the one that you like the most. So they'll watch the videos, right? They'll have you guys in it. You'll all be amazing. And then somewhere on the screen, here or here, I don't know where it will be on the screen, take the name of the unit, put it in the comments, and we'll add it all up and we'll see which one your favourite was. Thank you very much. Enjoy the show.
Thank you.
Good luck, guys.
Slava nacії!
Greetings everybody, it's Greg Terry from the Greg Terry Experience, also partnered together on this NAFO project and campaign with Professor Gertis Explains UA, and so pumped to meet my new friend Nash. You are from the 24th?
Yeah, 24th Separate Mechanized Brigade.
And you guys are heroes for Ukraine. First of all, I want to say that, and I want to say thank you. But you're a recipient of, this was actually a NAFO project through Jake Broe. Yep. And it's my honor to represent Jake and do this handoff. But let's talk, we'll talk about the vehicle in just a moment. But Nash, what's the war been like for you? I want to just talk about that, just some of your concepts of what have you experienced so far, and how is the world through projects like this helping encourage you and your guys?
Okay, yeah, the war for me started basically on the day one of the full-scale invasion. I enrolled and I got into the infantry unit. So I started from the infantry on the front line in Popasna. There was a hell on earth, like most places, you know.
Yes.
But I survived. I got stronger and I got transferred to the mortar unit. Basically working with drones. That's where I started working with drones, doing reconnaissance and just, you know, streams and stuff like this. And yeah, that's how I got more professional at this. And yeah, we now have a separate unit within the 24th Mechanized Brigade. It's a battalion already, and we're actually getting stronger and bigger.
Isn't that a great thing to hear, everybody? You know, when you hear the words out on the street, especially here in 2025, we're getting tired. We're losing morale. Baloney. We run with these guys all the time. There's energy. There's morale. We're fighting. You guys are fighting for Ukraine. You're fighting for your freedom. You're fighting for your family. You're fighting for your future. But all the people around on this NAFO event, we understand that you're also fighting for the world. You're standing as a shield against the evil of Vladimir Putin and the crap that comes out of the Kremlin. So we're so thankful for you, and I'm honored just to be standing here right beside a hero and give Nash a big hug. Now, I'll tell you one of the great stories, and I've already been given permission to tell this. You've got to tell people, what is your home region?
My home region is Crimea.
Woohoo! Crimea.
More than that, it's Sevastopol. So
Sevastopol.
Yeah.
And of course, Krim, Ukraine.
yeah, of course it's Ukraine.
How has your life changed personally after now almost 3 years of war? How have your perception changed, or how has the war personally changed you? I want to make this interview personal. How have you changed?
Actually, drastically. I've changed drastically, I can tell you. Like before that, I wasn't really a military person at all. Was really far away from that. But you get inside and you understand like the need of people, of proper people with good motivation to be fighting, to not give up and just continue rolling. There are tough times all the time. You need to just go through and hope for the best.
Let me ask you this. When projects like NAFO come along and they're supplying, and then, you know, we've talked even about helping you guys in other ways in the future to help get stronger and fight for Ukraine. When you see the world rallying together and coming and doing stuff like NAFO projects or other projects to help, does it encourage you guys? Like, you know, there's a strong army behind you. Does it encourage you?
Yeah, obviously. You always want to look around and just to understand if the world is on our side more or less or against us, you know. And when we see a lot of people coming together and bringing really useful stuff, because vehicles are really important for our operations. As I said, we work 24 hours a day, like with no rest or whatever. It really helps. It really boosts your morale. It tells you something like the world is somewhere there. It's not just watching, but trying to help even a little bit. It's always helpful.
Well, it's our honor to help you. I want to just jump in right now as we're handing off the vehicle. Once again, this was Jake Broe's campaign. Going to hand off the patches. Subarik, come here, brother. Now this guy didn't want to. He's okay to be on the camera. Come on, Subarik. Now this is Subarik, and he's also with the 24th. And he says, "Man, I just can't. It's not about me not being on the camera, but my English isn't the best, so maybe let Nash handle it." But you know what? Heck no. This is a hero for Ukraine, and you know what? You even get a kiss. So Subarik, we love you. And additionally, I want to do the patch handoff. Jake Broe, you smashed it, dude, and we thank you. NAFO, you smashed it. We love all of you guys. But this was the Christmas campaign, officially handing off the patches. Nash.
Thank you, man.
Subarik. And now I want to bring in the drivers of the vehicle. Come on, my Estonian brothers, let's go. And you are Riho and Tauno.
Yeah.
Tauno, look into the camera. You see, it takes an army to make this happen. You have the team of NAFO, you have all the work going around the world, you have donors, you have YouTubers, you have influencers, you have heroes, but when you put it all together, you got an army that will smash Russia, man. And we're so pumped as we stand together. So you have heroes, you have people like Jake Broe or my channel or Johnny's or others that raise money, Professor Gertis, and then you have volunteer drivers who take these things, no sleep, no rest, drive cross borders and get it to the heroes. And now this thing will be transferred, enroll, and get right to action. So thank you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
And I'll tell you this, on my videos, my community and those we partner with, they're always telling me as they're donating, they're giving, they're saying, Greg, stop telling us thank you. We want to give. You tell the soldiers thank you. So today, from the NAFO world, from all of the world, from Jake Broe's community, from all of the influencers communities, we say thank you, Nash. Thank you, Sabarik. Thank you guys for fighting and standing strong, and we salute you with all respect and honor. Thank you.
Yeah, guys, also thank you. You don't want to be thanked, but you have this willingness to help, so thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you, NAFO. Thank you, everybody. Slava Ukraini.
Heroyam Slava.
Let's do that again. Yeah, that was pathetic. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Hey, listen, if you're around here, come on, help us out here. Thank you, guys. Slava Ukraini.
Heroyam Slava.
Da! Tochna. Man, we can't have that pathetic Heroyam Slava.
Hey Jake, I'd like to thank you and your subscribers for providing us this terrific car that's going to help our unit to deliver guys to the front lines and safely get them out of there.
Ivan, can you tell us your call sign?
SS.
SS. Okay. Should we ask why?
My guys, the scouts of 59th Brigade, gave me this call signs for my strictness. Because of strict discipline, there are no dead in my unit. In 2024, there were only wounded. But before that, unfortunately, I lost only one person. But all the other guys are alive. Discipline really keeps the guys alive.
I just want to give you respect for that, because I could really just prove that on the battlefield, because discipline does matter, and this is like it gives you opportunity to live or to death only because of that. So I really appreciate and thank you for that. You save lives, really. For those of you who used to say like people made of Ukrainium or balls of steels or like cybers, this is the real life example of those fighters who fight like 3 years without rest, and you could see this is the real example. They are not cybers, they are not some Robocops, they are real guys who walk and talk and live and breathe, and they fight without rest. I just wanna give respect and pay your attention for the soldiers who do it for so long time. Just respect, nothing else, man.
This truck was delivered by 2 drivers, and these drivers can join us now. Hey drivers, come here. I think shaking hands with soldiers who received the truck that you were driving is an honor and pleasure.
Very much so,
and,
yes.
I don't know, Ivan, maybe you guys want to say something?
There are no real words I can say, because the work you people are doing to defend your own country, that it's just so unfathomable to, you know, it is something I can't even dream of right now. Like this, I wouldn't say honor, but it's just, it breaks my heart that you have to do this. But I can also very much appreciate your bravery.
Guys, I want to also mention this fantastic flag that Ivan is presenting to us. There are 2 of them, one for the supporters of 69th Sniffing Brigade and one for Rick Rollers. Guys, we're gonna raffle this one and you'll get this hand drone. Awesome. You have a painter there, obviously.
His call sign is artist.
Oh, his call sign is художник, painter. And that's a very beautiful flag. Thank you so much. It's an honor. Ivan told me that 30 soldiers signed this one. They went through different positions and gathered the signs of all the unit. Well, not all, 68 people in the unit, but the major part of it. Thank you. Guys, this campaign was the biggest one we had. We did it together with Roman and the Lenivka community, and of course 69 Sniffing Brigade. We are grateful for all the donations, guys. There were so many of them. These patches were also epic and dear to my heart. The Ultimate Resistance one with Roman on it. For me personally, he represents the ultimate resistance of the Ukrainian people. And there's a Free Azov, which is dear to my heart. This patch represents the solidarity and unity with soldiers who are in Russian captivity, with Ukrainian soldiers who are being tortured and starved there, often to death. We need to stand with them. We need to remember about their sacrifice and their suffering there. Please support the Free Azov rallies. It's important. And the third patch is Javelin, the weapon, one of the weapons of Ukrainian victory. And Roman was an operator of Javelin and NLO too. But this time we've chosen Javelin. Awesome retro wave style patch. So thank you guys for getting all these patches, for giving us the chance to raise funds for this truck. Thank you for all the donors. And most importantly, thanks to Ivan and his guys for their service. Roman, do you have something to add until I say Slava Ukraini?
I just want to say thank you, Rick, first of all, and 69 Sniffing Brigade and NAFO for organize this truck, because I say, Rick, help me, we need to do something, and we start this fundraising, and I will really proud of us till my whole future life, because we did it, and we have opportunity and honor to give this truck to the soldiers, and this is something I personally could really proud of us. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you,
guys.
brother. Thank you very much. Slava Ukraini.
Heroyam Slava.
So hi everybody, we're here on the convoy for delivering everything that you donated. And I want to say thank you to everybody who joins our fundraisers, who stands on the right side of history and supports the brave defenders of Ukraine. So this is Serhiy, and he's now going with this car to Pokrovsk region, which is the most dangerous region at the moment, because it's more or less encircled by Russian terrorists. It's a dangerous area, and what he's doing is heroic, and we all should support him. I want to know from you, what have you been doing before you joined the army?
In 2015, I was 15 years old. After 9th grade, I went to a military lyceum, studied there for 2 years, and then entered to the Kharkiv Air Force University, Faculty of Air Defense. In 2021, I graduated from this university, but about 6 months later, the full-scale war broke out. I signed a contract with the 25th Brigade almost immediately. The war was gaining momentum, and I was already directly involved in it.
Okay, wow. Wow. For me, it's always hard, because, you know, I'm coming from Berlin and I'm traveling here to give the car and everything, but it's heartbreaking. And you're doing great work. And I really wish that Ukraine will win this. This is my biggest wish. These guys are heroes. The reason why we support them is because we are supporting our free Europe, and we will need more of your help. So every step that we're doing here with this fully equipped car that we are able to give to these brave defenders today is also a reminder that every donation, that every car, every drone you donate for is needed and will be needed. The war is far from over. We have to support these people. These are young people who have a future in a free Ukraine in front of them. They have girlfriends, they may have kids. Please support us. tell me a bit what you have achieved while being in the army. What was one of your biggest achievements that you're personally proud of?
First of all, I serve Ukraine. I consider my greatest achievement to be the fact that God decided that I was born in this country. I believe that I can bring some benefit to this country, and I try to do it every day.
What is the strategy of Russia at the moment? What did you learn during this full-scale invasion of Russian aggression? How do they operate? And what's happening on the battlefield? Because we don't have so much information about that. We only have a bit on the news, but you know that even in the news, the war on Ukraine is slowly disappearing and whatnot. Can you tell us a bit more of the actual situation and what Russia is doing, the strategies of Russia?
Today, the main vector, which is a trend, so to speak, is the development of unmanned systems. These are mainly FPV drones that can fly farther and farther and harm health, life, possessions, and blow up ammunition and warehouses. And this is a very big problem today.
Is there anything specific that you want to tell to the world and to all the donators who make this possible? Is there something you want to tell to them that is your personal message?
First of all, I want to thank you for the fact that there are people who do not see all these horrors with their own eyes, but they understand how hard it can be for another person and another nation. They have empathy, to put it simply. That's why they help us. It motivates us to move on. You immediately think of your goal, of the idea for which we all fight every year. We all work in our own direction. This is, above all, very motivating. So, first of all, thank you very much. Secondly, I would like them to never forget who Russians are, never forget what are they doing on our land, and pass this history on their children and grandchildren, to everyone they can. Because it is the history that should be spoken about and remain in books in the future. Everyone should know it.
На устах сьогодні та в книжках на завтра вже. Це повинні знати всі.
Thank you for everything you're doing. We will not give up on Ukraine. We will stay with you as long as it takes.
Frank, thank you very much for the opportunity to drive this car. Because logistics is very important.
Це питання логістики – це дуже важливе питання.
Something I've always wanted to do for a long time is to help out. I remember when the war first broke out, I couldn't sleep for over a week, and I thought, what could I do to help out? I'm a student of history, studied history, philosophy, various languages, and ultimately human rights law and international law. So all of these are the fundamental, the foundation of who I am as a person. So I always want to help defend the defenseless and do what I can to be a good person. I think the amount of people involved and the amount of respect everyone has for each other, how much of a difference is being made here, and how, the strong belief, the intense belief that everyone has in each other and the work we're doing here. So it was really an honor to be a part of that. A statistic was said to me that each vehicle is saving 20 lives, and it is good to quantify these things to see, people like numbers. I think it's important to realize that every little bit counts here. It's not a given that we can win. Freedom is not free, so every little bit counts, and I think everyone needs to be made aware that we have to all do our part all together now. There's this fantastic poster from the Second World War where all of the flags are together working towards the goal, and I think that needs to be reinvigorated again today to get this done.
Our main task is to reconnoiter and destroy the enemy. Our regiment operates along the entire contact line. Thanks to this transport, our crews will become more mobile. Thanks to the electronic warfare system, we will become more protected and protect our guys from enemy attacks and save their lives. Because our soldiers are the most important thing we have. Without them, we will not be able to continue working.
And is it drones in the ground or the air or both?
Mostly on the air, but all of them. Actually, at this point, all of them.
And how are you two know each other? What's your involvement?
Well, the thing I do is like trying to do anything that I can.
Right.
So with this unit, we help with our shows, just as with this car, as I know it's from you two. So yeah, with our shows, we buy vehicles, drones, and all of that too. So that's at some point we are pretty close with the U2.
But for people watching, you see, this video, they don't know who you are. So
yeah,
who are you? What, are you in a band?
Yeah, just a musician, a guy with the band who's doing the same thing. So I'm just trying to help our army or UF units with anything they need.
And as someone was saying, I think, did you design like the logo or something? Is that right?
Yeah, the new one, not this one, but yeah.
So for the actual battalion?
Yeah. I'm not a designer, but you know, sometimes it happens. You can do something else.
As we look forward to the rest of the year, what things does him and his unit really need to get this war finished as quickly as possible?
The desire of all our compatriots is to unite and make every effort, because only through joint efforts we can achieve the desired results.
So you help fundraise. Yep. We also have the guy that helped fundraise for this truck. It's a guy called Broe, who is an American YouTuber. In total, in the last 6 months, he's fundraised with his community $3.5 million.
That's impressive. That's impressive. I really hope that we'll have a chance to meet him and
Mate, I've never met him. I've spoken to him online, but like,
as I say, I hope that we'll all get the chance to say thank you personally.
Do you hear that, Jake? You've got to come to Ukraine and you can meet a rock star.
Yeah. Why not? I'll show you something.
Right now, we've got 40 trucks that we're delivering as part of his Christmas convoy, and not only are you going to get this truck, but you're both very lucky because you're going to get a patch, right? And now you can have a choice. I'll give him a choice.
All right.
Do you want the patch of Broe wearing a Christmas hat on your arm? Or would you like the Broe Christmas truck?
Christmas truck? No doubt. Christmas truck,
It's for you, mate.
If there's any chance that we can pass this patch to him, that would be cool.
Yeah,
if it's possible.
Yeah, no problem. I can make sure that goes to him.
That'll be
no
cool.
problem.
Thank you.
And you're going to get his face on your arm.
Okay, no problem. You can put it next to the pirate flag.
There you go, mate. Thank you very much. Thank you. Pleasure. Thank you. Who drove the truck? Are they here? Perfect. Come and meet these two guys. What's your name?
Nathaniel.
Yes. Where have you come from, Nathaniel?
I flew out from Salt Lake.
So he has come from the United States of America to Tallinn in Estonia, and then driven the truck all the way from Tallinn to here in Kyiv.
I mean, where's your vest? Where's your helmet?
My vest?
Well, we got this joke.
There's a vest in the back.
Yeah, we got this joke. Like the way you pass from other country to Ukraine, you immediately put your helmet on.
It's a very dangerous place. Where have you come from?
From Berlin, Germany. Originally from the United States.
You don't sound German.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm gonna give you guys a flag from the state of Utah.
Oh, sick.
These are, a lot of Utahns have given me a lot of donations to bring support to Ukraine. A lot of medical support, a lot of tourniquets, a lot of bandages, a lot of blood clotting devices have come to Ukraine from Utah. So that's the Utah
really
flag.
Cool.
And it's a beehive in the middle because we're very industrious people. So this is the flag of Salt Lake City.
Salt Lake City.
Yeah. Salt Lake City is a sister city with Chernivtsi back in the west. And again, I live in Salt Lake City. We've gotten a lot of support from the residents of Salt Lake City for Ukraine. So I want to give you guys these flags so you remember that somebody back there loves you.
Thanks, mate. That's an honor for us.
Hello Jake, thank you and your followers for helping us raise money for this wonderful vehicle. We will use this car to the fullest.
Slava Ukraini!
Hello, I'm Jonathan Pearce from ATP Geopolitics, and I'm really glad to be here at the NAFO Convoy rally, speaking with Ice.
Ice, yeah.
Ice, hello.
Hello.
We have a vehicle here that we're going to talk about in a second, because this one is a little bit different from the other vehicles, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Can we talk a little bit about yourself? How long have you been serving in the forces?
2 years.
For 2 years. And
Yes.
what were you before you were in the armed forces?
No, that's my first mortars force place.
How important is it that you are getting vehicles from organisations like NAFO?
In first, this vehicle save lives.
Saves lives. How do these save lives?
It often happens that equipment fails, and it is necessary to urgently evacuate people and equipment from a shelling zone.
So this vehicle is a little bit different from the other vehicles, as it has some equipment in the back and it has hatches that come up.
It is a compressor and an autonomous power supply system. There is additional lighting. The autonomous power supply is connected to the second battery, and there is also solar panel on the roof of the vehicle. Now let's move on. There is a winch, a jack, and a pneumatic tool. Among the features, we can also power different types of vehicles, both trucks and cars.
So when vehicles break down in your unit, you can send this vehicle out to fix the vehicle up?
Yes.
Yeah, and then get it back. So what's one of the biggest vulnerabilities for a vehicle if it's stuck?
The peculiarity of this vehicle is that it is an on-site repair shop. By driving this vehicle directly to the point where there is a broken vehicle, we can carry out repair work right on the spot without towing it.
Yeah, and so if you couldn't repair the vehicle at the time, what would happen? What could happen to that vehicle that was broken down?
In this case, it is towed. We have special equipment for this purpose. The car is towed to a more or less normal asphalt road, and then a tow truck takes the car from there.
We've seen how this is different to many of the other vehicles. This will help keep the unit's trucks on the road. Just want to get a sense of how things are going on the battlefield at the moment. Has there been any change to the Russian tactics at the moment?
Yes, unfortunately, the tactics have changed. And it has changed for the better for them and for the worse for us. You can never underestimate the enemy. The enemy is progressing. The enemy is smarter. We're doing everything possible to stop them. And we also have a lot of technological developments for this.
Absolutely. So the Russians never underestimate the enemy. They are adapting. Hopefully, where the Ukrainian armed forces have an advantage is the support that they are getting from around the world, from people like Jake Broe, from all these people that are fundraising to help you guys out. Hopefully, that is an advantage that the Ukrainians have over the Russians. Is there anything you would like to say to the people who had fundraised for these vehicles for you?
I want to say from myself, thank you. I want to say from my unit, and thanks. And I want to say from all Ukrainian people in general, thank you very much.
Excellent. Well, look, I have 2 patches here for you, and obviously the vehicle, which is the most important part of this. But Ice, it's been a pleasure, and all the very best.
Thank you very much. Glory to Ukraine.
Heroyam Slava.
Hi Jake, my name is Ice, I'm from 14 region. I want to tell you thanks from myself, from my unit and from all Ukrainian people in general. Thank you for that car. I want to thank you and your subscribers. Glory to Ukraine.
Tell us about your unit, please.
And I currently work in a reconnaissance sniper platoon.
So you guys are snipers?
Yes.
And that explains the mask on your face.
The mask on my face, yeah.
This truck is number 543.
Okay.
NAFO is doing great, and I'm proud to be part of it. And this one was brought to you by the unity of three countries, plus Estonia, plus Ukraine. But like this campaign was raised by the representatives of Switzerland, Germany, and Austria. And they call themselves Dach Battalion.
Dach.
Or Dach. Yeah, you can use both versions. This is a great Toyota Hilux, and Hiluxes, I think, have a pretty good reputation there.
The Hiluxes, the Mitsubishis are really good too. They're
the reliability. I wish you and your guys for it to hold for a long time, and no FPV or mortar touching it ideally forever. Okay,
yeah.
But considering the conditions, not quite possible. Nick, I just also wanted to ask you personally about your experience before the war. What were you doing, or were you actually a professional soldier before this?
I was. I spent about 10 years in the United States Marines. I was an infantryman for that whole time. So I did 6 deployments before the war here even started.
Wow.
I've been all over Afghanistan, Africa, Southeast Asia.
So you're in it for more than a decade?
Yeah, I joined the Marines in 2009, so I think we're going on like 15-ish years now.
Wow.
So I'm a professional soldier by trade.
Well, then thank you for your service.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, man, and for your patience as well. Because
that's no problem.
It's army.
Yeah.
What's the secret to staying for so long in there?
Just
10 years, man. It's like
I don't know. There is a secret. You show up to work every day.
it's like you could finish 2 universities for 5 years.
I could have been a doctor.
Yes. You actually a doctor. You get rid of of the diseases from this earth.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know that there really is a secret. Just
like Magyar, he used to say.
The night doctor.
Oh yeah.
The vampire bomber. The night doctor.
Yeah.
That's how Magyar calls it. Thank you for your service, Nick. Thank you very much. Yeah. And please stay safe. I know that it doesn't usually depend on you. The chances on war, they are pretty, well, luck is involved.
Yeah.
But man, once again, I'm happy that you're getting this truck. Once again, thanks for the Dach for raising funds for it. And I wish you luck there.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. It's difficult to be a soldier and do fundraising and stuff like that. So these organizations really help us a lot by being able to allow me to focus on my job while other people are actually doing the fundraising and getting us the stuff to allow me to do it.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah. Nick, once again, and Slava Ukraini.
Yeah, Slava.
Slava.
Thank you to Dach Battalion and all of your supporters. And this car was going to be used to help us fight in the Sicheslav Yar direction.
It's not a secret that you guys actually brought the Russian drone here, Gerbera, right?
No.
Guys, you will probably see it edited in. It's also not a secret that you work on Kursk direction, and you're engaged in Kursk operation right now.
We are partially involved.
Really interesting. The territorial brigades are also engaged in operations on the enemy territory, and that's invaluable experience for them, in my opinion.
It's pleasure for me to meet two commanders who came here, and second of all, for which purpose you gonna use this car? What's most necessary task for this car is gonna be?
The vehicle will perform very different tasks. Most importantly, if necessary, it is an evacuation vehicle, which is quite safe because of the electronic warfare system. And of course, it is a vehicle for transporting soldiers to their positions.
It has electronic warfare, and again, it's a big advantage of NAFO trucks that they have electronic warfare on them, which is pretty important these days. But there's also a new challenge, which is fiber optic drones.
But not for a shotgun.
I agree. Can you recommend the model of the shotgun, which is the best in your opinion for this task?
We need a long barrel, a good choke, and a semi-automatic model.
Can you tell your emotion and what can you say to those people from abroad who collect the money for this car? Like maybe your feelings or your message to them?
We are very grateful for the help. We are very pleased to receive help from our foreign brotherly peoples. Do not stop.
This truck was raised by the community of Jake Broe. He's from United States. He's located in Vegas, and these are the patches that were helping him to raise this campaign. That's his face. So this dude.
So thank you, like NAFO community and Jake Broe, his community, and all the supporters, all the drivers, all the organizers, and all the people who just pay attention to Ukraine, to this war, and who keep on going and keep on supporting our resistance against terrorist Russia. Thank you very much, and Slava Ukraini!
Heroyam Slava!
I'm thank you, Master Jake and his subscribers for donates for this beautiful car. We thank you everybody who helped for buying this car for our job.
I'm really ashamed of our governments, and I'm convinced we need to do something if our governments are not acting as much as we have to do or we think we have to do. And that's why I'm supporting this organization, because we see what is delivered, we see what is needed, and I think it's a very good thing and it's helping, and it's very important for me that it's reaching the soldiers at the front line who are suffering from this war. So that's why I'm supporting. On my trip to Kiev, there was also a lot of impressions, like when we crossed Poland and there was this wood sign, traveling car. As a German, I instantly recognized the sign, and for me it's also the commitment, never again, and it's now and it's here. Another impression was when we crossed Lviv and we saw how beautiful the city of Lviv is, even if it's also very beautiful here in Kiev. But my co-driver was Estonian, and he was telling, oh, it's nice, it's not destroyed, and I was thinking in historic terms, yeah, how often it was destroyed in the past and rebuilt, and people suffering from genocide, but never again. Also means we need to help Ukraine. The most memorable was watching a video of Pete Rocher, where he was in the forest beside one of the trucks and talking about how important it is to have these trucks. And I think this was one of the moments I started committing fully myself into fundraising and donating as much as I can. It's really important, and yeah, I repeat his words, I'm ashamed of our government and we should do much more, and if we don't, we do. In the past, before this war started, I was thinking of myself, what would have you done if you were during the time of war like this, and how would you have acted? I guess I know now I am one of, we need to help and make what we need to be the example for the people who are still not helping, and who have the fire and the will to support with everything you can. The only thing I regret I'm not doing more.
This guy right here has a story to tell. And as we begin this interview, we want to say thank you to Jake Broe and the NAFO community for the delivery of this vehicle here that will be going to the 72nd. Of course, you see it, night vision camera and drone jammer systems. It's just incredible. For me, as I was getting to know you and then reading about you, I was so impressed. You have been awarded the Golden Cross. You are a veteran of Bakhmut and Vuhledar, and you are a patriot who loves your country. You have a special story, and I'd like to share it with the world so it's personal for people.
2 weeks ago, using the first vehicle provided by your foundation, I personally evacuated 2 seriously wounded people. And thanks to these vehicles, thanks to the electronic warfare system, we were able to do it successfully. And these people are alive today and are undergoing treatment.
Wow, nothing better, guys. Yeah, helping them do their job. But when you talk about saving heroes' lives, you've taken it to an entirely different level. So thank you, guys. You're making changes on this battle. You're making, in this war zone, you're making differences in human lives. And you, through projects like this, NAFO, you're saving lives as well. So thank you. Man, that's awesome, dude. That's awesome, brother. Yeah. Let me just ask you a question that may be interesting for the viewers today. The fiber optic drones that are now on the landscape and increasing in numbers, is that changing the electronic warfare?
Drones with optical fiber have appeared quite recently, but the enemy is already using them. And it's hard to say how effective it is. He's also testing these drones and looking at how to use them better. The advantage of these drones is that they are not affected by electronic warfare systems, and they can hit targets with high accuracy, as well as have high-quality video. But they also have their drawbacks. They are less maneuverable because they fly with a heavy coil, i.e. a cable, and because of this, they carry a smaller projectile. They are also difficult to control.
The balance. I have a lot of friends that are drone operators, and we help them like we're helping you guys, and they're always telling me about the balance issues because of the fiber optic. So that makes complete sense, you talking about the maneuverability.
The use of both type of drones is effective. And when repelling, for example, an assault, it is important to strike the first vehicles with optical drones and then work on the vehicles that are moving behind with conventional drones. There is no need to dismiss conventional drones with analog control, because the enemy does not have many electronic warfare systems either, and we look for frequencies that can be used to reach them and strike. Another area that is beginning to develop rapidly is ground drones, which are used for both evacuation and damage to the enemy.
Які використовуються як для евакуації, так і для нанесення враження по противнику.
Yeah, I'm actually well aware of those land drones. Our organization a couple of years ago actually delivered one of the first prototypes to the front, and those are unbelievable in what they can do, really, to save lives and to deliver much needed goods via the ground. So, man, this interview has been really unique, and I hope you guys are appreciating it, because you're sitting here with an expert who is sharing with you not only thank you for helping these guys do their jobs with aerial reconnaissance, but at the same time, you're really getting an inside look here. This is not somebody talking out and thinking they know what they're talking about. You're hearing it here directly, and I don't know about you, but I'm very appreciative of you taking the time to share that information to help educate the world in the war that Ukraine is really facing. Yaku. Now, let's look at the camera here, and I just want to say to the NAFO community, to donors around the world, to YouTube influencers and channels who bring and rally people together to donate and to give through platforms like supporting NAFO. Guys, thank you. But I know right now, especially on my channel, when we do projects and we help guys on the front nonstop, people are screaming in my chat, Greg, stop telling us thank you, because we need to say thank you to the heroes who are standing and fighting for Ukraine and standing and fighting for truth, and not only for their future, but for ours also. So yeah, we tell you thank you, but today I'm going to be your hands and your eyes and your feet, and I'm going to shake this hero's hand, and I'm going to thank this hero's hand from the world. Is Mira, Dachau vam. So we say thank you. So I have given him the thank you, and now we come to the time where we do the patch exchange. So once again, another Jake Broe Christmas project here, going to the 72nd Brigade Aerial Reconnaissance, and we say thank you, and we hand over the patches, and so listen, I will wear one, but I will also send one. Jake Broe, I'll send you this patch. Thank you.
Hello, Jake Broe. I am Sarmat. I want to thank you and your subscribers for helping purchase this vehicle.
Well, first of all, tell the audience that we're handing over 2 trucks to Artan today. This, wow, Mercedes. Do you know the model of this one? Is it the Vito or?
Most likely.
Most likely it is. Yeah, but it's truck number 553, and that one is 550, and that's an impressive number of trucks.
Yeah.
For just a bit less than 3 years. So NAFO,
we're extremely grateful.
Yeah.
We are extremely
Great
grateful.
All of you guys went to the Ukrainian army by the calling of your heart, right? It seems so.
Yes.
To defend our country.
This is the way that most of people have joined.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially in this unit, you know. Like
yeah.
the operations that we are doing, they are dangerous, you know. And so you have to rely a lot on your partners and your team. So that is why we are proud of all of our friends and warriors that are fighting with us, just because we can rely on them that hard, you know.
Yeah. Thank you guys for working in those hard conditions. You were also doing the operations on the sea, if I'm not mistaken. GUR was reporting that you were working on those oil
refineries or just
no, not a refinery. They actually extract oil there. Refineries.
Oh yeah, okay, sure.
So
the platforms.
Platforms. Yes, that's the word. Platforms.
Gas platforms
on the sea. Can you share with us some difficulties of those sea operations? What in your opinion is the hardest thing there?
Basically, like, I wasn't there, but I heard stories from. That's why I can share something. So seasick, first of all. Secondary is just because of the time limitations and so on. The third of all, there was a story about the plane, the fighter that attacked. Yeah, so this was kind of rough. from some people's stories, but eventually it gone past well. So the operation was done, and you can read about it in the internet. And there are some interviews on YouTube of the fighters that had been actually there. So that's a really cool story. You should watch it.
These 2 trucks are provided to you by Jake Broe. He's a YouTuber from US. He's based in Vegas, and he is raising huge sums of money, like $1 million per 2 or 3 months.
He has a new subscriber. He has a new subscriber.
Jay Broe, you have a new subscriber here. And this campaign was for Christmas, and he had 2 patches there, which we want to present.
Thank you.
All of you.
Man, this is a cool.
Jake, bro.
Let's show.
Let's show the patches closer to the camera, probably.
Yeah.
But some of them.
And another one. Yeah, it's also from.
And this one.
Yeah. Thank you.
We can't be grateful enough for this support. You know, like this is something that I already told to the one of the journalists that you know, there are Ukrainians that haven't donated even a penny, and the fact that there are the Americans and the representatives of other nations that are donating, this is just incredible. You know, like we are really grateful for your support and basically involvement. So and the will to continue this support, because there are, once again I'll compare, there are Ukrainians that say that we are tired. So what excuse do Americans have, these type of Americans that are donating and gathering the funds? They are just awesome people.
Yeah, like, instead of making any excuses, they just do help Ukraine.
Yeah, we are extremely grateful.
And it's thanks both to Jake Broe, but also to his community.
And community, for sure.
Yeah,
like
around 6,000 people in average are donating to each of his campaigns. It's crazy number of people, and you can understand how big the support is. And if we take other initiatives like mine, I also raise funds for Ukrainian army. If we combine them, it's going to be a lot more than 10 or 20,000 of people. I think it's going to be close into hundreds of thousands of people.
You know, the main rule of thumb that I can assume from all these donations so on is not about the amount, the how big is your donation. It's about the consistency, and it's about the being able to share this link or whatsoever, this call to donate.
Yeah.
So if you will be able to just to share it and engage several more people who will donate several more, and so on, this is way better than someone just doing one-time donation and forgetting about it. So just being constant is nice. Thank you for your support.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you for your attitude. Thank you for your support.
Thank you very much, guys.
I very appreciate
Bro,
you.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Bro. Yep, thank you guys.
Thank you.
And Slava Ukraini.
Heroyam Slava.
Hey Jake Broe, we do really appreciate your help from you and your subscribers. We can't say how much we are grateful for you, each and everyone, for this particular car and your constant support of Ukraine. And yeah, thanks a lot.
Welcome, I'm Jonathan Pearce from ATP Geopolitics here, and I'm super excited to be joined by Alex from the Birds of Fury unit. And Alex is going to explain what this unit is, what they do, and why they might be a little bit different maybe from some other drone units that you might see out there. So welcome, Alex.
Yeah, thank you. I'm from the Birds of Fury UAV unit, and it's a combined unit that consists from different military units like 16th Regiment, Presidential Brigade, 423rd UAV Battalion, and we work with plane type big drones. It has a wingspan of 3 meters. That's why we need vans to transport them to our battle missions. And these drones are striking drones, so we are bombing some targets deeply behind the enemy lines, and also we are performing remote mining. That's very effective practice.
What sort of mines do you drop? The TM62 mines, or
no, PTM? It's like also anti-vehicle mines, but kind of smaller.
Right, and so what's the sort of payload? Is this the backfire drone?
Yeah. It's a backfire drone. It's a electric plane type bomber. It can carry up to 6 kilograms of payload, and the whole range of the mission can be up to 160 kilometers. So we are usually bombing something like in 30-40 kilometers behind the enemy lines, and our usual targets are ammunition depots, fuel depots, some vehicles, RAW and RAR complexes, long-range artillery.
Are you experimenting at the moment with fiber optics?
We are experimenting with a lot of technologies other than backfire, also with the FPV stuff. We have project for fiber drones, we have project for computer vision aiming, assisted aiming for the last mile of FPV flight.
Can I just stop you on that one, because that's really interesting. I was seeing some footage just this morning of some Ukrainian drones that are able to acquire a target, fix on it at a fair distance, I don't know, maybe a kilometre or something, and then as it fixes on it, the programming takes over, so it's not the pilot, and it then goes and hits a target, but it can't be interfered with electronic warfare.
That's
is that correct?
Exactly what we are doing. We can acquire and capture the target optically from 600, 700 meters if it's visible already, and after it is acquired, the drone flies by itself. It can be just jammed, but it flies.
And what were you doing before you were in the armed forces?
I was the owner of the software development company.
Everyone in Ukraine is, aren't they?
That's quite popular.
Yeah, and do you use any of your skills from the software development in what you do now?
Right now we are developing the software to manage everything in the UAV unit, and we are working with Delta, battle management system that is used in Ukraine, to integrate our software.
Can you explain what Delta does?
Delta is a battle management system that is used across the armed forces of Ukraine to coordinate all the forces that are involved in some operations, and it's everything about maps, communication between units, etc. And our software adds to Delta the functionality that allows pilots and operators and situation centers to coordinate their actions and to for example, to create missions automatically, so to save time between the target acquisition and the hits itself. So we are trying to move faster.
Make everything more efficient. Yeah, indeed. Well, is there anything you can say about the support from NAFO fundraisers and for organisations like NAFO for helping out Ukraine, and how what does this allow you to do that you wouldn't be able to do?
Yeah, we are very grateful for all the support, and I can assure you that every dollar spent on this van is an investment in making Russians colder. So we will use it for best missions that we can do.
Well, we wish Alex and the Birds of Fury every single success, because every success for these guys is a success for us as well. Not wanting to sound selfish, but we are all invested in the success of Ukrainian armed forces, and these guys are doing a wonderful job. Look, Alex, thank you.
Thank you.
Here is a patch on behalf of Jake Broe.
Thank you.
He is an amazing fundraiser, and you guys are doing an amazing job. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We are very grateful, and we will use this car for our best missions. Slava Ukraini!
I was motivated to join the 69th Sniffing Brigade primarily because of my brother. So my brother is Colin Berr. He's the founder of Build the Lanes. He'd done it before, he'd done it 4 times already, and I was very motivated and inspired already back then when he told me about it, but just through his example, I decided to join this time. For me, the most memorable experience so far was giving and getting a hug from one of the Ukrainian soldiers to whom we gave the trucks to. I was just very touched by their emotion when we presented the truck to them, and they told us how much it meant to them, and everything I ever heard suddenly became very real in that moment. This mission is so important because I believe that the struggle in Ukraine is nothing less than an ultimate fight between democracy and autocracy. I have the good fortune of living in a safe country, but I can only live in a safe country because the fight is being fought against people that want to take our freedoms away. And right now, that battle is being fought in Ukraine. Ukraine is currently standing up for the freedom and for the safety of all of Europe.
I'm a sniper in the 3rd Separate Assault Brigade. I have been fighting since the end of 2022.
What do you think about this car? How do you like it? And you have some emotion about it?
As the practice of not only the Ukrainian-Russian war, but many conflicts around the world has shown, Toyotas are military vehicles, and they are great in any conditions. You can put a lot of things on them, bring a lot of things, so it's a great car. Toyotas are like women, they have no age.
Can you say something for those supporters who who gather money, who collect money for donating, for buy this car and for bring it? Maybe you have some your feelings and emotions about it.
I would like to thank the people who, being far away from Ukraine physically, do not forget to actively help us with their actions and thoughts. I would like to thank the people who understand the reality not only in Ukraine, but real situation around the world. They understand that if there is a fire in Ukraine, it is better to stop it here than to allow it to spread to Europe and other countries. That is why they are so directly involved in this fight, and I am very grateful to them for that. They are conscious and they're honest. They understand what democracy is. Democracy is not only about the right. Democracy is about the ability, opportunity, and fervor to defend these rights. Only then it is democracy. Before that, it is just words.
You are smart people, and he respect you because you understand that while fire appeared in Ukraine, you better choose to eliminate it here, yes, to stop it here in Ukraine, not to let it spread all over the world.
Because when it spreads all over the world, it's going to be too late. So people are smart for understanding that they need to stop it now. Thank you, guys. I wanted to mention quickly that this truck has the underdog character on the other side. I've shown this one to Gutul, and he said, "Wow, that's really cool." He was impressed. You can see the smile on his face right now.
You can feel it through the camera, yeah.
I would like to thank the guys who bring these cars, knowing the quality of our roads, even in peaceful parts of our country.
I just want to say thank you, my colleague, and according our conversation, we was on the same time in the same battlefield and doing the same job. So I really appreciate to see such guys. It's always motivate, and I only can say respect to my friend. That's all. Yeah.
Thank you. From me too.
And our patches, like this one, Free Azov patch, we will give it to you, all of them. So people donated, and from more than €100 they donated for these patches, and they support this campaign. Yeah.
This one, I think I need to come in this one. It has his face. It's a bit uncomfortable for him to see himself on the patch, but to me, he represents the ultimate resistance of Ukrainian people, because he's on the very front line since 2013 on Maidan. He was there, then joined in Azov in 2015, fighting in 2022, also 2023. He went through a lot of shit, and he's given his health.
A lot of people give
Yeah,
a lot of
and a lot of people has given their ultimate sacrifice, and yes, you're just more lucky to survive this, but still, you need to give yourself a credit for all the hard work that you've done. Please.
It just helped to gather like money, you know, because like many foreigners know me from the battlefield. That's why we put this photo.
For us civilians, we glorify you so much, warriors. So thank you for your work, for your service. To you too, Roman. Come on.
Dude, I'm just.
Hello, Rick. I want to express my gratitude to you and your subscribers for this vehicle, which, as practice has shown, may be the last hope for life for soldiers. We are one of the air defense units operating in the northern direction, in the Siversk military operation area. Our task is to provide cover from enemy air targets. These are Shaheds, Gerberas, as well as reconnaissance drones and possibly cruise missiles.
And is there a centralized system that can detect all of the drones or missiles or anything that comes into the Ukrainian airspace? And does it tell you what threat there is and how best to take it out? For example, if it's a Shahed drone, you don't want to use a missile, you want to use a cheaper, low-tech alternative to take that out. Are you told what to take out, or do you find these things yourself and decide yourselves?
If it is a drone, we will shoot it down with cheaper means, and if it is a cruise missile, we will shoot it down with all the forces and means we have. But in any case, our commander gives the command to destroy all targets by all means. Why? Because the ultimate goal of any drone can be much more harmful than the cost of a missile. Destroying a Shahed drone means saving many lives, in any case.
How is this vehicle going to help you in what you're doing? And can you say a little bit about the help that you're receiving from abroad, from people like Jake Broe, who has fundraised for this vehicle? So how would this be used?
This vehicle will be used either as a mobile fire team or for logistics purposes to support mobile fire teams. At the moment, we will see where it will work more effectively.
I hope that you appreciate, people like Bill who have driven this out here to you, and the people who have fundraised from the different channels. Do you have anything to say to the people who have done the fundraising?
I would like to thank you very much for the support that comes not only from the government but also from ordinary people. I think you understand that we are fighting to protect the truth as it is, and it's hard for us. And that is why you are helping us. We are very grateful for that, especially ordinary soldiers.
Thank you very much for all you do. Here is a patch for you. I've just got a shiver down my spine, man. Vitaly.
Thank you.
Hello, Jake Broe. I want to thank you and your followers for helping to raise money for this vehicle. This vehicle will be used in mobile fire teams to provide cover from enemy air targets.
Slava Ukraini!
So let's start from Valery, who helped to gather the money for this amazing car. And what can you tell you in a few words? It was difficult to gather people to raise money for this car? How it was?
It was not easy to raise money, but we did it quickly enough because the sponsors from Europe helped us. This was not our first collection, not our first car.
What's your organization used to do? What are you doing?
Today we're only raising money for the military. We help with cars, drones and anything else we can. We try to help in any need.
Vlad here, he is defender, and I believe you have some reason to cover your face, not to be recognized. I just want to warn Russians who watch this video, just be aware of these guys, because special military operation, they one of the baddest soldiers. So I'm really glad to stand with you. And what can you say about the need for this car? Like, is it critical for you to have this car right now? And for what mission? Is it not secret you're gonna use it?
I think it's not a surprise to tell that it is critical, and I think every soldier, every military personnel will back up my words in terms of how important it is to have enough reliable cars. Keyword reliable. Cars and drones. This is the things that is always in need, and we try to use it as better as possible.
There was the rumors, and I believe you can prove that you fight in Kursk direction, right?
Yeah, this is the area of operation.
A lot of interesting question for you, but first of all, I believe, what about this fight against this mixed units, Russians and North Korean? What can you tell us, like your experience or impression about it?
That's now a very popular question for for everybody who works in Kursk direction. First of all, they're not mixing. That's kind of like thing that Russians and North Koreans, they fighting independently. Absolutely, like Russian usually not aware what North Koreans doing. They just like unleashing it like a dogs, let's say, to attack. And they then just waiting for the outcome. They don't know really what happened in the area where Koreans operating, and then they just like trying to guess if they've been successful or not, what kind of parts of the territory they took or not. So there is like complete miscommunication between Russian and Koreans. That's what we can see. But generally speaking, yeah, it's a new kind of type of the enemy for us. It's very different from what we saw all the previous years, in terms of like their behavior, their combat abilities, their tactics and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a topic for the whole interview.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe have this comparison between Wagner's or Storm Z. Or fight against them.
Yeah, we did fight probably among everyone from Russian forces against Russian forces.
It's just my personal question, because I was fought against this Storm Z, and that they was like totally madness, and that they.
And I would say Koreans even more mad. Like
sorry for that.
The thing, like they programmed, they brainwashed completely, but they still very physically fit. They like all have experience of like at least like 10 years of service in the military and stuff like that. So they nothing like we saw before, and they self-liquidating like this. So if the minor wounded guy, Korean guy, just 5 seconds he taking the grenades and explode his head. So it's like we saw it multiple times from the drone footages on the ground, and that's the whole story.
Yeah, guys, I believe for those of you who are watching this, you should ask Vlad for another additional interview, because it's really interesting and he speaks English so good.
I would like to thank NAFO. Thanks to them, all processes are fast and reliable. I look forward to long-term cooperation with you. And I thank everyone who raised money for this car.
We're gonna show these two awesome patches, which I believe will give them to you.
Yeah, thank you. Or from myself, I would also like to add gratitude for the whole NAFO community and 69 Sniffing Brigade as well. It is the second car we're receiving from them. Cool. So first one was in a beginning Kursk operation, and it's still alive, it's still working.
Wow.
It was also Hilux, and so reliability of those cars, they're like legendary, and we really appreciate that you guys keep supporting, keep going, and just like thanks a lot for the effort.
I would like to express my deep gratitude to the Power of Human Foundation for helping to collect and deliver such a reliable vehicle that will help us in the Kursk direction in places where reliability and quality are needed.
Якість транспорту.
Once again, Greg Terry here and my friend
Jonathan M.S. Pierce.
And we want to say thank you for making the 37th NAFO Convoy the most incredible event yet.
And look at this treasure that we have been given. We were wondering, this is a drone that has come from one of the units that we gave a vehicle to. We were wondering what the treasure might be for the 38th convoy that will be hitting your screen soon. I wonder what it could be.
I don't know, but I know it's going to be epic. So make sure whatever you do, stick around, continue to support NAFO, to support and stand with Ukraine, and do everything that you can, because all these heroes all around us are doing everything that they can. Thank you for all that you do. The best is yet to come. See you on the 38th.
Slava Ukraini.
Heroyam Slava.